My landlord tried to scam me out of my deposit. I made sure he lost every single property he owned. So this happened about 10 years ago, and I still grin when I drive past what used to be my old apartment building. I was renting a one-bedroom from a guy I'll call Carl. Carl owned a bunch of cheap rentals around town and thought he was some kind of real estate tycoon. In reality, he was a slumlord. He never fixed anything, forgot to pay for pest control, and treated tenants like dirt. When I moved out, after 2 years of putting up with broken heat and constant leaks, Carl refused to return my $1,200 security deposit. His excuse? The carpet's ruined. Except I had photos and video from the day I moved out. Everything was spotless. He didn't know I had those receipts. I calmly reminded him of the state laws. If he didn't return my deposit with an itemized list of damages, I could take him to small claims court. He smirked and said, "Good luck. I've been doing this 20 years. No one wins against me." Challenge accepted. I filed in small claims. But I didn't stop there. I started digging. Public records, tax documents, code enforcement reports. Turns out Carl was cutting a lot of corners. He hadn't pulled permits for half his renovations. Some of his buildings weren't even up to fire code. Oh, and he was illegally pocketing tenants' security deposits without holding them in a separate escrow account, which is very illegal in my state. When court day came, I not only showed the judge my spotless move-out photos, but I casually mentioned the escrow law. The judge's eyebrows shot up. Carl was ordered to return my $1,200 plus double damages. I walked out with nearly $3,000, but I wasn't done. I bundled everything I found, photos, code violations, tenant statements, escrow law violations, into a nice, neat packet and sent it to the State Housing Authority, the IRS, and City Code Enforcement. The dominoes fell fast. Code Enforcement hit him with thousands in fines and ordered major repairs. The IRS audited him for undeclared rental income. The Housing Authority forced him to repay deposits to multiple tenants he'd ripped off. Within 2 years, Carl lost 3 of his buildings. The bank repossessed another because he couldn't keep up with the fines and repair orders. His little empire collapsed. And the best part? I ran into an old neighbor recently who told me Carl now works as a property manager for someone else. From landlord king to glorified handyman, all because he thought he could steal $1,200 from me.